So the Magic Final Fantasy set just released, or it pre-released. So I went out to my local game store and then I got a few things. I got the starter kit for the two standard kits or whatever, the two standard decks, and then I got the commander deck for Cloud. So much fucking money for cardboard. This shit's getting out of hand. I think this time it wasn't really even Magic. The game store that I went to just overcharged at the fucking wazoo, dude, and it just makes me so mad. But we're not here for all of that complaining or whatever. This is like recorded after like showing off, so you're gonna hear a little bit more complaining, so I don't want too much in the beginning. But yeah, these decks look really, really cool. I can't wait to get more of the commander decks whenever I can at some later point. My girlfriend got the Titus deck, and so that one looks pretty cool. I want the Yashola, the Final Fantasy 14 one. Don't really know how to pronounce the name. That one looks pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, let's just get right into it. All I really do is just unbox it and then show you what the cards are in it. Nothing much more than that. So yeah, I hope you... Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be going over is the Final Fantasy starter kit. I just wanted to pick this up just because it had a whole bunch of Final Fantasy cards in, and I didn't get as many as I would like. I went to my local game store, and they were being kind of a bunch of butt munches. They were like overpricing things, like even the thing that nobody wanted, they overcharge. And I know, like, excuse my dirty nails, I just got off work, Jesus Christ, I just saw that, ew, gross. But what is it called? I just, like, I get that they need to upcharge a little bit, but like they were charging $211 for a booster box, a base booster box, and they were charging almost $10 for a single pack. So I just, whatever, like, I'm not gonna get into, like, even like the owner was walking in and some guy walked up and was like, hey man, I can't really buy anything from y'all just because y'all overpriced the Final Fantasy set so much. And the owner looked at him and said, oh, well, that doesn't hurt my feelings, so it's fine. And I was like, what the fuck? So I got these. I just wanted to get something at least that had a whole bunch, because it wasn't too overpriced. I mean, it was like $5 more, which I was expecting. So I'm just gonna wait until the actual release, and there's a couple like retail stores that keep their pricing fine. So I'm gonna look at there and like look online and stuff. Even like TCG players cheaper than that, which is insane, and you get free shipping. So I might be looking at that too. This is just how to play Magic and stuff like that. That's it comes in like all the starter packs or whatever. Cool, nice little boxes that I'll not use because I don't play what is it called? I don't play standard. I only really play commander. So sorry, my computer started freaking out. But yeah, nice little cardboard boxes. Okay, so take this off. We're gonna start off with the Sephiroth. So I'm just gonna like speed through these. It's really just trying to get like the art and everything. So Sephiroth, he has vigilance, and he is a 4/4. When Sephiroth enters, creatures your opponents get control get -2/-2 until the end of turn. Whenever a creature on an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Sephiroth, which that's really good, especially if you have it's probably in here. If you have a whole bunch of cards that like already give like minus counters or whatever. So come on. Or if you like blink them in and out. Come on. Open. Come on. Technical difficulties. Hold up. Jesus Christ. There we go. Get out of your trash. That's a nice one. Like I said, I'm just gonna blast through these. I kind of just wanted to see the cards. The fairy. It's gonna be a lot of repeats just because it is a standard deck, so you're allowed to have repeats, but it's still just a bunch of like Final Fantasy cards. So either way, it's good. I'm just gonna look at the ones that are like interesting to me, or like that look interesting. That's one my girlfriend was excited about. That looks pretty cool. Not really sure what it is because I have no idea about anything on Final Fantasy. Undercity Dire Rat. That one looks pretty cool. Just a whole bunch of them. I saw this card. This card's pretty cool. I like the way the little troopers look. Sephiroth's Intervention. Destroy a target creature. You gain 2 life. That's pretty good because it'll give him a +1/+1 and you get 2 life. Shambling Keith? Not really sure. That one looks pretty cool. All Bed Salvagers. Those guys look pretty nice. Yeah, not anything. Oh, there's Overkill. This is one of the ones I was wanting. I didn't realize it was in this. Dude, how many did we get? We get 2 of these? That's so cool. It's a target creature gets -0, -9,999. That's pretty cool. I'm going to set these aside because these are cards that I actually wanted for some decks. If I ever get, what is it called? The Cactor. It's like you can deal damage equal to that or something weird, and he gets like +9,999 whenever he attacks. Evil Reawakened. That's pretty cool looking. Here's a legendary. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 1 life. If you do, draw a card and then put +1/+1 counter on Seymour Flux. Deadly Embrace. That looks pretty cool. Here's a commander. Menace. With this creature can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. He gets +1/+1 for each non-creature, non-land card in your graveyard. Ooh, there's an equipment. Whenever this equipment enters, you may attach it to your target creature you control. If you do, this creature gains first strike until the end of the turn and must be blocked this turn if abled. Ooh, so that's basically you just get him out. Some nice, cool lands. I like the land arts in this set. They're pretty cool, even though I know nothing about Final Fantasy. So, ooh, sick. Swamps. Like, I can't tell you where any of this is. Cool treasure. It's on the back. Copy token. Robot warrior. Copy. Nice. I'm actually going to keep these. What is it called? I'm going to keep these the on your turn or whatever, just because I have a friend that's learning how to play Magic, and that would be pretty good to give her. So we get this out of the way. Get another look at that. That's a good commander just overall. So that's the him aside. And so this is what I was excited about just because of the pre-con I got, that I can throw a whole bunch of stuff in there. So we got Cloud, Planet's Champion. During your turn, as long as Cloud is equipped, it has double strength and indestructible, which is crazy. Equipped abilities you activate that target Cloud cost 2 less to activate, so he basically just makes things cost less. There we go. Got that off way easier. And it's a little Moogle. I'm excited for the Moogles. I like the way they look. They're pretty cool. When this creature enters, +1/+1 counter on target creature. A whole bunch of Moogles. A little cat beast. I don't know what that. Tap target a non-enchantment creature. Oh, look at this dude. Who's this guy? When this creature dies, create a 1/1 colorless hero token. I like that little guy. He's cool looking. Nice. Faded the Suncryst? I think that's what that says. It's pretty cool. Slash of Light. White Acrosite? She looks like super realistic. Oh my god. White Mage's Staff. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good one. Equipped creature gets +1/+1, and whenever this creature attacks, you gain 1 life if the cleric in addition to its other types. Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy. Why does he look like that? What in the world? Alright. The Crystal's Chosen. Dragoon's Lance. I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good one. Not even going to try to pronounce it. Rosa. My girlfriend was excited about that one. Beatrix, Loyal General. She looks pretty cool. Into some of the red. Item Shopkeep. That's pretty cool. Like when you're like buying items in the games or whatever. Warrior Sword. Suplex! Let's go! Suplex was one of the cards I was wanting. This thing's sick. It literally made me want to go play Final Fantasy VI. Because this guy literally just suplexed a fucking train. Oh god. My ring light's kind of messing it up a little bit. But he literally, like, in the game, suplexes a fucking train. Okay, I'm putting him aside. That was one of the cards I was really wanting. I didn't realize it was in this. Freya's Crescent, Samurai's Katana, Barrett Wallace. That guy looks fucking sick. What does he do? Whenever Barrett Wallace attacks, it deals damage equal to the number of equipped creatures you control to defending player. It's pretty good. Lightning Security Sergeant, Judgment Bolt. That was one of the ones I was wanting. Whenever equipped creature attacks, destroy target creature an opponent controls. Oh, that's such a good one. Dude, I need that. That thing is so good. I was even thinking about in the pre-con I'm getting, like putting a what is it called? A dog meat in there, because oh, that's so cool. That's from 15 because of the road. I have played 15. Not all of it because it was kind of boo-boo, but I also don't know if I'm gonna get like criticized in any comments or anything for everything I'm saying. Here's a hero. There's the other hero. There's a hero. And another hero. Nice. All right. So yeah, that was the two like the starter ones. They were like $20. I suggest get them on Amazon. They're the same price or whatever on Amazon, like the price they're supposed to be. So I definitely would definitely go on there instead of like yes, support your local like game store or whatever. But my God, if they're like fucking overcharging like mine was, like fuck that. That's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna go on to the pre-con that I actually got as well. Okay, so the one I was excited about was the Cloud one, because Cloud is basically the only Final Fantasy character that I know besides like Clive, which I played like 30 minutes of the demo for 16. I'm excited for his card too. He's pretty cool once I get him. And then I think that's really the only cards that I kind of know. Like he's the only like pre-con one that I knew. What's the best way to open this? I know there's some bull crappery. But I also really like I like equipment stuff. So one of my favorite decks that I got was my first ever deck, and it was a dog meat. And he's one of my favorites. I even think that I might put a dog meat in this because he can mill cards and get equipment out real fast. So that'd be pretty good. Come on, get out of there. Come on. Oh God. Oh, I'm breaking things. Okay. Here's the deck box. It's a standing one, which is pretty nice. I'm definitely gonna use it because I don't have money for a deck box, especially after buying this. MSRP is 75. That's cool. It has just the bigger art on it. MSRP not 70. I think it's 70. I paid a whopping 85 for this at my local game store, which not too bad. Little punch out little thingies, but still not great. Nothing else in there. But here's the deck. Nice. And then we get a collector booster sample. So hopefully we actually get something cool out of this, which be pretty nice. My girlfriend already pulled Vivi, which I have a Vivi deck like built out, and like I had to proxy it, and so I'm about to steal it from her. The Vivi's pretty expensive right now. So ooh, that one looks pretty cool. It's a the Warring Triad. What am I saying? I can't speak. It's a legendary artifact creature, God, flying, trample, haste. As long as there are fewer than 8 cards in your graveyard, the Warring Triad isn't a creature, and then you tap, mill a card, target player adds 1 mana of any color. Oh, so it's like a mana ramp? That's kind of cool. And then Sabin Master Monk. Double strike, blitz, draw a card. You may cast this card from your graveyard using the blitz ability. Oh, so just like infinitely. Or you discard a card and then do it. Okay, so you can just keep getting him in over and over. So if you have him as a commander, you could just keep doing it over and over. But I mean, he doesn't really have much for it or whatever. Oh well, I mean, pretty cool cards. Didn't pull anything really good, but I'm not too excited for the collector boosters really, just because they like there's nothing really exclusive in them for me. I know you get like better chances of like pulling all the cooler stuff, but I mean there's not really anything in it that like I specifically want. Like the exclusive art or whatever isn't really that cool. So I mean, yeah, whatever. I think that like the base art on a lot of things are way cooler. Okay, so here's Cloud, ex-soldier. He's a 4/4 for 2, a red, a green, and a white. Whenever Cloud enters, attach 1 target equipment you control. So you already, before he comes in, you want the equipment out. Whenever Cloud attacks, draw a card for each equipped attack creature you're controlling. So you want to like kind of spread it out as well. And then if his power is 7 or greater, create 2 treasure tokens. I don't know if that's a reference to the game or if it's just Final Fantasy VII. I'm not really sure, but there we go. And we got Tifa. Melee. Whenever this creature attacks, you get +1/+1 until the end of the turn for each opponent that's attacked this combat. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control with power 7 or greater deal damage to a player, untap all creatures you control. If it's the first combat phase of your turn, there's an additional combat phase. I don't think it's this one. I think it's the all green one that people have played out, and you get like a billion damage or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Sid. That's nice. He's not, I think, isn't it Sid the ones there's like 16 of them or something like that, and then, or 15, and they have them played out. It might be 16, I can't remember. Cloud's Limit Break. Elena Turk Recruit. That's cool looking. Like I said, I'm just gonna like zoom through most of these. Heidegger Shrimbra Executive. Hella Trooper. He looks pretty cool. Soldier Military Program. Ultima Magic Holy. Avalanche of Sector 7. This is a cool one I really liked. Menace Avalanche of Sector 7's powers is equal to the number of artifacts your opponents control. Whenever an opponent activates the ability of an artifact that they control, it deals 1 damage to that player, which is pretty cool because if someone's mana ramping and you get this thing out pretty early or something, it's going to scare them to actually do it. Kate Sith Fortune Teller. I really like this one. This one's really cool. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card of your library. You may play this card this turn. While you exile the card this way, target creature you control gets +X0 until the end of turn, where X is that mana's card's mana value. That one's pretty cool. Summon Kajuda. I thought that was a Saga for a second. It is a Saga Ox, but that one's pretty cool. Ultima Magic Meteor. That's in my VV deck that I've built out. Vincent Vengeful Atoner. He's pretty cool looking. That was one of the ones I've seen that I really liked. Yuffie Materia Hunter. Materia? Who is this dude? Look at that guy. Hold on, the shine is on it. Bujinhagen Wise Elder. Reach at the beginning of your upkeep. If you have a creature with a power 7 or greater, draw a card. So if you get him to 7, you really, it's like a lot of it's surrounded around getting him to 7. So that's pretty cool. Lifestream's Blessing. Professor Hojo. That guy looks a little crazy. Summoning Materia. Aetherith, Last Ancient. I think she's pretty good. Barrett Avalanche Leader. Ooh, I like this guy. Red 8. Proud Warrior. Vigilance, Trample. Other modified creatures you control have Vigilance and Trample, which is equipment, auras, and whatever. When Red 8 enters... no, Red 13. What am I saying? My God, I can't read. Red 13 enters. Return target aura or equipment card from your graveyard to your hand. Pretty cool. Sephiroth Fallen Hero. This is a good Sephiroth card that I was looking. He goes kind of nutty. Whenever Sephiroth attacks, you may put a cell counter on target creature. Until the end of the turn, each modified creature you control has base power and toughness of 7/5. Sacrifice a modified creature, return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Insane. Another equipment. Wrecking Ball Arm. Not even gonna try. Bastion Protector, Bronze Guardian, Clever Concealment. That one's goofy. Pure Steel Paladin, Unfinished Business, Vanquish the Horde, Chaos Warp. That Chaos Warp looks sick. Hellkite Tyrant, dude, let's go. Hellkite Tyrant's so good. Professional Face Breaker, Decimate's pretty good. Armory Automation, Champion's Helm, that's a pretty cool Champion's Helm. A lot of this are like reprints, so I'm just going through it. Conqueror's Flail, Dark Steel Plate, Inspiring Statuary, Sword of the Animist? I guess that's how you say it. Is that just a bunch of, hold up. Is it just a bunch of lands now? Hold on, how many lands are in this? Exotic Orchard. I like the arts on them though. Nice. Scavenger Ground, Slayer, Stronghold, Spy. How many lands are in this deck? Oh, there we go. Zach Fair. That one's pretty cool. Barrett Wallace. That was in the other what is it called? We had where's it at? Or the standard one we went through. Dispatch, that's a cool artwork for Dispatch. Secret Rendezvous, there's like a whole bunch of these because I think you get to pick like who you kind of date in the game, and so it's different. I think there's like 5 of them or something my girlfriend was telling me. Furious Rise, Vandablast, that Vandablast looks cool. Cultivate, Harmonize, Nature's Lore, Rampant Growth, Behemoth Sledge, oh I like that art. Arcane Signet, that Arcane Signet is sick. Colossus Hammer, dude, let's go. Equipped creature gains 10/10 and loses flying. I love that artwork. That's so sick. Explorer Scope, Hero's Blade. That's cool. Yeah, it's so they called it Hero's Blade, which is I'm pretty sure just a reprint, and I think is it in the Secret Lair? It's either in the Secret Lair or the main set that they actually have the name of his sword, which I can't remember the name of it. Hero's Heirloom, Lightning Greaves, Mask of Memory, Skull Clamp, Soul Ring, Blazer's Boots, Ashen Barrens, and then I think it's a bunch of lands. A lot of lands in this deck. Ooh, I like that one. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's just a bunch of lands. Tokens. Comes with all the tokens. I haven't gotten to pre-con in a while, so that's pretty cool that whenever they do that. Foretell. After you foretell a card, you can place an exiled card here. You may cast it. Okay, so that's just a mechanic. Foretell again. All right. I think that was pretty good. I've seen it played. It's pretty good, it seems like. So I'm just gonna like sleeve it up. I got sleeves coming in, and then play with some friends, and I can maybe make an update video on it or something like that. I don't know, at one point. Like I said, Magic makes it overpriced anyways. Please don't pay extra money for this. Like I paid money for it just because I really wanted it. It was $15 over, which like to some people that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money to me, but I really wanted it. But yeah, just don't pay outrageous amounts. I gave my cap of like 85 and it was at 85. So if you give yourself a cap like 80 bucks, 85 bucks, if it's 90 or over, do not pay for it. The prices will come down, and I think this is like getting printed like out the wazoo. So yeah, definitely do not overpay it. So yeah, that's basically all I got on this. So okay, so I mean, those were the 2 things I got. That was my Magic haul. Like I said in the videos, I didn't get too much just because everything is super overpriced. I mean, I can't do much about it. I'm just gonna wait until release day, and then hopefully they printed these things out the wazoo to make prices go down. That's kind of what Pokemon's been going, which is pretty good. All the scalpers and stuff are like screaming around, crying and doing whatever because Pokemon is making their things basically worthless and like just fun for actual collectors to have. So that's pretty cool. So I hope Magic does the same thing because they know people are so excited about this. But Wizards kind of sucks at the moment. They're a little bad, like consumer wise or whatever. They're big money making, but yeah. I think there's one more set after this Final Fantasy one. I can't remember the name of it. If I pull it up or whatever, I'll throw it up on screen. I know there's a couple Commander decks that are on Amazon right now that you can pre-order. No one really talks about it though. But then the Spider-Man set's coming out. that I am super excited for. I'm going to be making so much content on that because I'm going to be buying everything like day one. On Amazon, you can still pre-order those right now as of last time I looked. Hopefully you still can. And I'm going to be getting those. I'm going to be getting collector boosters. It's going to be my first ever collector booster I get. I am just all in the Spider-Man craze. It's like one of my favorite superheroes ever, if not my favorite. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Comment down below what your favorite card is in the Final Fantasy set, or whatever the Commander set that you're getting is, or what you hate about the set. I don't know. I've heard a lot of people have some critiques about the artwork inside of the set, or anything like that. So just let me know what your thoughts are on this overall Final Fantasy Magic set. And yeah, that's basically all I had. So you should subscribe. That'd be pretty cool of you. And if you're already down there, you should like and comment as well. That'd be pretty cool too. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye.